What's up, guys and gals? So this is a haul, but this is the only thing I've gotten this haul. But I'm also gonna do kind of like I hate to use the word review, a quick review slash I don't know, just my quick thoughts on not only on this figure but on GI Joe Classified so far, based on this and the two other figures that I have. So, yeah, so this is pretty much it. Um, I don't know how much the last time I showed my haul with Destro and Scarlet, how much I commented on this artwork on the back that I believe is so far on all the figures, at least in the first wave. I don't know if it changes after the first wave. Really interesting. I mean, the artwork is cool, but it's also somewhat possibly revealing of what we're getting. Well, actually, I can say at this point, that this artwork came out, since the first wave of figures, and some of these figures that are now going to be figures, or are figures that are out for some, like the Baroness there and Gung Ho. So this was revealing at the time. And I had my reservations at the time getting into the line, being a lifelong G.I. Joe fan. Several reservations, partly, I collected G.I. Joe, 4-inch G.I. Joe my whole life. And now it's kind of like what happened with Star Wars Black Series. Like, now you want me to jump into a whole other scale with these figures. And and then things like, I don't know, I'm iffy. I want to see if it's gonna be a lasting line. If we're gonna get at least, all the main characters, stuff like that. And on top of that, not being 100% crazy about the character designs, at least in the very first wave. I'll get into that a little bit, but I do want to say again, like, based on this artwork, very interesting, given that some of it was revealing, how much else is this, are we going to get alley vipers? Are we going to get vehicles? I mean, we've seen that the Baroness is coming with a motorcycle, but it's like, are we going to get actual vehicles other than, like, ride-on vehicles like motorcycles, quads, stuff like that? It's like we're seeing all these vehicles that if you grew up on G.I. Joe, you're familiar with. But I'm like, why tease us? Why put that in the artwork if we're not gonna get any of those? Or are we? So I don't know. Let's go ahead and crack this guy open and take a closer look. Wow, I haven't said that in a while. Okay, so initial impression. Let's do a quick 360 like old times. There isn't much like that I would have to complain about this figure. It's Snake Eyes in all his glory in 6-inch scale. I mentioned, like, Baroness was going to be a huge deciding factor for me getting into this line, but even before that, if I was going to get them, Snake Eyes was going to be, one of my most haves, at least in the first wave. And he's probably the best of the bunch, but granted, he doesn't have a lot of paint apps. And I had issues with the colors on Scarlet, Duke, and Roadblock. Thankfully, there was nothing they did color wise, like adding colors to Snake Eyes that would have kind of just that I wouldn't be crazy about. I know the exclusive version, his pants were like, I don't know if they were brown or gray or something. I didn't like that. I want my Snake Eyes to be all black. Sculpt, as far as like the overall character design, no issues. Pretty perfect. I think it's a little redundant. All the Arashikage clan logos, like, all around. I'm not sure. There's a little red there. I can't tell. My eyes aren't what they used to be. If that's just a little red to be red, or if it's a little teeny tiny Arashikage logo. There's one on the scabbard of his sword as well. Oh, another. No, I was like, is there one on his backpack? So he's got all his gear on, with the exception of the backpack. I'm probably never going to use the backpack, although it is nice that it's not just like hollow or something, that's pretty cool. It's like fully detailed except for the peg, which, you can take the sword, put it on the backpack like so, and then have him wear his backpack. There's a hole that you can put it through on there, but I find that makes this come up too far, so I'd rather set that down like so and put it through there. So there's that if you wish, but I prefer to just use just the sword. Now, as far as accessories go, this is going to apply not only to Snake Eyes here, but to the line so far. The lack of more modern, current, real-world guns. Everything is kind of like a futuristic laser blaster. At least with Snake Eyes, you're getting all black, which off the top of my head, I don't recall for everyone in the first wave and beyond. But a lot of them are like, multicolored and stuff, and weird colors. I'm going to bring Destro in real quick. Like gold, a lot of gold weapons and stuff like that. So yeah, overall though, at least his weapons are black. That looks, it's a little more real world. He's got he's pretty super articulated. There's some interesting, a lot of it is almost exactly the same as Marvel Legends, if you're familiar with the line. There's a few things that I'm finding different on these 6-inch G.I. Joes, which I found not only on Snake Eyes here, but on the other two that I have so far, being Destro and Scarlet. There's an interesting waist. It's not like just cut straight like it is on Marvel Legends. It reminds me of more of like import figures, so you get a lot more range of motion there instead of just the side by side, and you still have the ab crunch. And then the other thing that I find different, I think all those are the same in the arms. There's a tiny bit of butterfly joint right there. In the neck, even though you have the ball joint and the swivel right there, where it connects right here, I don't know if you can see that. So that is different. I don't know if they're applying that to newer Marvel Legends. I can't recall the newest Marvel Legends I got. I think it was that Punisher with the camo face paint. So far I haven't seen this new style waist on Marvel Legends. But if it is right now new and exclusive to these G.I. Joes, that is really cool. So let me show you real quick. See this? There you have it on Destro, and I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, the neck joint, the way that moves around as well, and same with Scarlet there. You see that? And then also in the waist, she doesn't have an ab crunch though, which I think is better aesthetically, but there in the waist. Really, really good range of motions. I think we're going in a good direction with these 6-inch G.I. Joes. I still kind of have my reservations, but regardless, at this point, I can say I'm pretty much all in, especially, hopefully those Target exclusives, the Baroness, the Cobra Troopers, which, I'm going to want to army build those Cobra Troopers. Hopefully when they restock them, they put them out in bigger quantities. It's gonna be a damn shame if you have some of your best figures already in this series, this such a young series. Some of the best figures already, and they're gonna be like impossible to get. That's definitely gonna leave a sour taste in my mouth. I don't think it'll make me want to stop collecting these. I'll, it's one of those, for now, I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. We'll see if this line has staying power. Seems like Power Rangers is going pretty strong, and I was skeptical about Hasbro's Power Rangers as well. Seems to be going strong. Still not perfect, and I'm still not all in on that line. But for now, I can say I'm pretty much going to be all in on the 6-inch GI Joes. Again, I have some minor issues like Destro here. He's pretty perfect, but then you got all this red. Like, who has a drop down, leg holster with pouches that's red? What kind of weirdo goes, okay, it's not something you can buy in any kind of tactical store. I want a red one made for me because I've got this really awesome looking costume, but I want to really ruin it with a red leg drop down leg holster and pouch and stuff. So yeah, the chrome color on the head is really nice though. And Scarlet, mostly I won't say she's still far from perfect, but I want to say she looks really good. I'm not crazy about the color scheme and all this gold or bronze and yellow and stuff, and her face isn't amazing, but it's good enough. Good enough for me for now. So anyway, all right, there you guys have it. I am looking forward to getting more of these guys. I'm liking it so far. Still, I don't know if I'm gonna say I'm loving it, but I'm liking it as a lifelong G.I. Joe fan, and having my apprehensions of getting into a whole other scale with these guys. I'll say I'm definitely liking it and looking forward to more. So there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks so much for watching.